Hi, I'm Conrad from Conrad P Woodturning. So in today's video, I'm going to be turning some cufflinks using this cufflink woodturning kit that I've got. So basically, what you do is you get a pen blank, and then you turn it down, and then you cut up some small pieces, which you then set in to these little blanks. I've got a little recess for you to put the blanks in. So what I'm going to do is for the main wooden part of the cufflink, I'm going to use this Australian rose mahogany. It's also known as Australian rosewood. And I'm going to inlay some Huon pine, just a dowel. I'm just going to turn a very small dowel and then drill a hole into the rose mahogany and then glue that in. So it should contrast nicely and make for some nice cufflinks. Anyway, so without further ado, let's get started. Okay, so before I begin, I just wanted to show you the pattern that I'm going to be using for the cufflink kit. So this is just a cross section of the wooden part of the kit that I'm planning to make. So this here is just the background that's made out of the rose mahogany, and then for the Huon pine dowel inlay, I wanted to make it off center a little bit, just as a bit of a fancy feature, I don't know. So yeah, hopefully that'll look nice. Okay, so now I'm just going to get started with turning that end of the blank down to the right diameter. I've set my vernier calipers to the right size, so I'll just start turning with that now. Okay, so I've turned this section down to about the right size for the cufflinks, and now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to drill the off-center hole for the dowel to be inserted. I've just made a little dimple with a bradawl so that it drills nice and easy at the beginning. I'm going to try and line it up to the axis as best as I can. Okay, that looks good. So now I'll take it off the lathe and I'll turn the Huon pine. Okay, so now I'm going to turn the Huon pine dowel for inlaying. I've set the vernier calipers to the diameter of the drill bit I used. So yeah, I'll go ahead with that. I'm just going to use the skew chisel for majority of that work. Just a little bit. Okay, so I've mounted the mahogany back in the lathe, and I've got the Huon pine dowel. I just cut the end off because it had a dimple from the dead center. So I'm just going to put some CA glue all over the dowel. A nice coating, and just a little squirt inside the mahogany. You can see the air bubbles coming out, which is good. Nice, it's a nice fit. Okay, so now it's just a matter of time of allowing for that to dry. I'll just get some paper towel to wipe up the dripping glue. Just wipe that up. Okay, and I'll just leave that towel there just in case it drips. Don't want to get it onto the motor or anything like that. But yeah, should be good. So I'll be back when this is dried. Okay, so I've let the CA glue dry. So I'm just going to cut this Huon pine blank off. Okay. So So now I'm ready to start turning this rose mahogany down to the diameter for the cufflinks. Okay, so now I'm ready to start turning. I'm just going to be using the skew chisel, and I've set the calipers to the diameter required. So I've turned the blanks down to the right diameter. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to mark a line 6mm from the end, and then I'm going to mark from that line 3mm in. Because basically what I need to do is make a 3mm flat round part which sits inside the recess of the cufflink, and then I want it to protrude 3mm, and I'm just going to make a little bead. Okay, so I've put a round over on the end of the cufflink, and what I'm going to do now is just apply a finish to bring out the shine and to bring out the grain. I'm going to be using Danish Oil first. What that's going to do is just bring out the grain, especially in the Huon pine. So I'll just rub that on. That looks very nice. Let's wipe off the excess, like so. And then, to follow, I'm going to be putting on some Triple E Ultra Shine. This is just a very fine abrasive paste. What it'll do, it'll just bring out the shine a bit. That looks quite nice. Alrighty. So now I'm ready to part it off and glue it into the cufflink with some epoxy. There you go, now it's ready to be glued into the cufflink. And I'll do the exact same thing with the other one. Okay, so I was gluing in one of the cufflinks, and I mustn't have pressed the record button because it didn't record on the camera for some reason. But I still haven't glued the other one in, so I can still show you how I did that. Initially, I was going to use epoxy to glue in the cufflinks, but I decided I'll just go with thick viscosity CA glue. So I've lined up the off-center dowel as best as I can, so that it's in line with the this little part here. I don't know what the name of it is, but that little part there. So I'm just going to leave that one to dry. I actually have some dog holes in this bench, so I'm just going to leave them in that so they can sit upright while they dry. So now I'm just going to glue in this other one. So I'm just going to get my CA glue. I'm just going to put some glue into there. Like so. Drop in the cufflink. And then line it up as best as I can. And that's looking good to me. So there it is. I'll just pop it with the other one in another bench dog hole I've got on the bench, and those will be ready once the glue sets. Okay, so here's the end product. I'm really happy with how they turned out. I think the grain's quite nice, and the rose mahogany contrasts really nice with the Huon pine. And the Danish oil really brought out the grain before I put the paste wax on, which sort of brought out the shine in the timber. So yeah, I'm really happy with the way they've turned out, and I'll definitely use them. Thank you so much for watching this video. I really hope that you enjoyed it, and I'd appreciate that you've stuck to the end of the video. If you did enjoy it, please consider giving it a like and commenting below. And yeah, thank you again, and I'll see you next time. Take care.